me.
Guy,
So
dude. But anyways, speaking of like From Software being mad, they may not be, but some other developers are.
oh man, people is salty out here, dude. Ubisoft guys and Guerrilla Games, man. They do a lot of open world type of games, you know what I mean? And for Elden Ring to come in, which was never an open world game, and from software to make games that were never really open world, and to now make one that is extremely open world and shit all over the competition. These guys are just like, they salty as fuck, man. they rethinking their life. They rethinking the team that they work for. They might want to slide over to From Software, man. But yeah, what was the
so we have the first what started this whole fiasco with the developers being bitter over Elden Ring's success. And let me tell you, they're bitter. They're mad bitter. If they're willing to say anything on Twitter, then behind Twitter, behind closed doors, these dudes are mad. They fuming. And so it started with a tweet by Ubisoft's UX Director. And UX means user experience, not user interface, not UI. It means user experience. So you as an experience, your experience playing the game. Director Ahmed Salama, who claimed that the fact that Elden Ring scored a 97 Metacritic rating is proof that reviewers don't give a flaming poop about game UX. My life is a lie. And then someone responded saying that, he also followed it up by saying that Elden Ring's UX is so bad that I can only imagine From Software devs smoking at their desk and using CRT monitors.
You gotta be high to play this game. Is that what they're saying?
That's what he's saying. He's saying that they were high when they made this game. He's saying that is a problem. And then I think it was the Quest developer O'Shea who dogged it for its Quest development system. And then
which
someone
is kind of
else,
like what you said, how the quests aren't really hard to track.
Yeah,
you just kind of come across them and you have another step.
Yeah, so what I'll say here is like there may be some truth to that, but here's what's interesting. I don't think these people get it. Like when he says my life is a lie, like to me that implies like he's implying there that had he just done it the way Elden Ring did it, right? Just shut everything off. You have like no UI. It's just you in the world. Let's throw you in there and you just run around. Yeah. I think he thinks like had he done that for, let's say, Valhalla, because he's a Ubi,
that it was going to be better or something.
It wouldn't be. Nah. The game wouldn't all of a sudden be better. Like they're missing the point that it's not the fact that Elden Ring has just done this thing by dropping you in the world and let you explore. It's that what you're exploring is so intriguing and so gripping that you want to keep exploring on your own, that you don't need direction because you are so gripped.
And it's not a shit ton of copy paste going on here.
Right.
Like
everything's unique.
Soldiers in this area shouldn't look like the soldiers in that area and do the same shit as the soldiers in this area. Like they're all doing different stuff. They all have different attacks, combinations and stuff like that. And yeah, you got like the peons that are kind of similar and whatnot, but they still we were talking about it earlier, man. Like the peons from the start area, them little soldier dudes, attack way different than the peons.
They do.
In the Lucaria
it's
Academy.
A way different experience.
They're like zombies. Like you got zombie peons and you got soldier peons, and they, you don't get grappled, by the soldier peons. You know what I mean,
dude? Another thing,
zombies
bro,
grapple you and then nibble on you and take you out.
Like with like well, I'll bring up Far Cry. When you're playing in the world of Far Cry, it's like it's forest and stuff. You can't really see. Like you need them to tell you where things are at because you can't see anything. Like you don't know where to go or what to do, and everything looks the same. You're right. Everything looks identical. But in Elden Ring, it's actually I can visually see the world and I can say, oh dude, look at that tower over there. I'm
Yeah.
gonna run to that. There's gonna be something dope there. Or
Landscape
like you
and
said,
terrain are like all
or like
different. So
or
you're
like
looking
when
at
you
slopes and shit, rocks, ledges and things. You're like, well, what's over there? Like, let me go and
yeah,
check
or
that out.
when you open the map up, like you were mentioning, you open the map up, the map itself gives you that look interesting. So
Hmm.
you put your own waypoints. Where in Ubisoft games, they make the waypoint
They
for
make it
you.
for yeah, and
Because you
also
don't know where the outpost is. You can't visually see the outpost on the map. They have to tell you where it's at. See, Elden Ring says, look it, that looks interesting on the map. You click on it, you go. Like that's a huge mind-bending difference that they're not understanding here.
the fact that okay, so like when you're playing games like Far Cry and Assassin's Creed and things like that, you're literally when you chose to do a side quest, you clicked on the person, you talked to the person, you accepted the side quest or whatever, and then you're trying to complete that side quest, possibly. So you're going to that straight to that location to do it, turn it in, back at the guy or whatever. But in Dark Souls or I mean in Elden Ring, you're literally running around and you just happen to come across people that don't need to be killed, and you go and
Mm-hmm.
talk to them, and then they just tell you stuff about the area or about themselves, and then you just uh do the dialogue until it's done, and they keep repeating themselves, and then you move on, and then you get distracted by other stuff and you're doing other things, and then you just so happen, oh shit, there's old boy that I was talking to, let me run up on him, see what he's talking about now, and then he'll give you some more talk or something like that. Or you meet somebody
Well,
a
and
while
also,
back, and then you happen to see their gold sign by the entrance of a boss, and you're like, oh, okay, i
yeah,
can i can get this guy to come with me. Nice.
right. And it's like a cherry on top. Like you didn't
Yeah,
even need this storyline, right? Like it's
it's
almost
not
like
required. It's
it's not
nothing for me to get
required.
extra
It's not
points or anything.
necessary. It doesn't add anything to the end of the game. It's just like a sweet little cool thing that happens. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
that was dope. What just happened there? I didn't expect that. Oh, I just got a new spirit helper out of the blue because I found this person. Like
Hey.
it's just done like way differently. That is so much more brilliant than
Yeah.
Ubisoft is understanding. It's not just about like holding the player's hand. It's about how you allow the player to live in a world that is so rich that they want to explore it. Right?
Right.
That's the
What's good,
difference.
Joe? So Joe asked the question, hey guys, if you could pick one game to play, New Horizon Zero Dawn or Elden Ring, which are you playing? I already made this decision. I made this decision the moment that Elden Ring was announced, and then when they announced it for Forbidden West, I was like, damn, that sucks because I wanted to play Forbidden West. You know, I have not gotten a chance to play Forbidden West. I have not even attempted to buy it just because I know that all my time is dedicated to Elden Ring. Like,
Yeah,
I
so
want to talk about games all day, but fuck, man, Elden Ring, dude. Like, I
yeah,
would just talk about Elden Ring all
Elden
day.
Ring, this is what's crazy. It's like we have experienced like the joy and the newfound gripping nature of a game like 10 times already in one game. Because
Yeah,
every single new place we go
I have
to,
seen the light.
every single place we experience is like a whole new experience. That Elden Ring has just changed the game. And clearly Joe's just not joining us because Gali and I have only been talking about how like Elden Ring might be our favorite game ever made now. And yeah, so we would choose Elden Ring without it wouldn't even be a millisecond of like decision. It wouldn't even be like, all right, Elden Ring. No, it's Elden Ring without even Elden Ring. Elden
Did
Ring.
you
Elden Ring.
buy? Did you
Elden
buy
Ring. Elden
Forbidden
Ring.
West, Ray?
No, I didn't even buy it either. I haven't bought it yet either, man. You'd be like, I can't say
I
Elden
mean
Ring quick enough to like tell you.
that kind of says it right there. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I was excited for Forbidden West. You know what I mean? I liked Zero Dawn. I thought it was a great game, and I was looking forward to continuing Aloy's story. But I mean, I feel like they kind of shot themselves in the foot by putting this around Elden Ring, and it's like, yeah, you could buy the games, both of the games at the same time if you wanted. You know what I mean? But
See, okay,
what's going to sit on the
here's
shelf? What's
like
what's
here's
going to sit, in your room, for long? Like I don't want to pay $60 for a game that's literally just going to sit on my shelf for
it kind
like
of
two or
depends.
3 months.
It depends too, like what you want. Like in a lot of these games, like Forbidden West, for example, in
Hmm.
Horizon Forbidden West, is they're bringing you along like their story. So they're stringing you along quest to quest to tell
Do it.
their story, right? Where
Hmm.
Elden Ring is like you are experiencing like your
This
story.
is your
Like
story, yeah,
this
your
is
own unique
your
story, man.
yes, this is your own adventure. Like
This
you
is the
are
way I went
experiencing
through
it.
these bosses. I went and I killed this boss, then that boss, then this boss. Oh shit, you killed this boss first? Like, damn, man, I couldn't even find that area until like way later. I
Elden
did
Ring,
this over here. I got this armor, that. Like, man.
Elden Ring is nothing but wonder and exploration and joy at accomplishment and what's around the next corner. You can't wait. You just finished a dungeon. You can't wait to get out and walk around the corner to find the next dungeon. You are so intricately involved in the adventure where one is stringing you along and the other
Mhm.
one you are pushing yourself along. And so
Yeah, you're controlling the narrative.
it's just a whole different feeling. Elden Ring, play it, stick with it, just enjoy it, take your time with it. Don't feel like you have to get through it. It's meant to be savored.
Yeah.
Even the way they laid it out, it's designed to be something you savor that you just play and just enjoy it, man. Like
Yeah, I feel
enjoy
like
it.
I'm
We don't
gonna
get games
have
like
to
this
take a
often.
break. I feel like I'm gonna have to take a break from this at some point so that I can play other games to give my opinions on those other games. But it's gonna be hard, man. Like I just want to keep going through this, and I feel like every second that I'm playing it, I feel like I'm closer. I'm that much closer to greatness and achieving something else, and
Hmm.
so it's hard to just like stop. You know what I mean? Like I basically gotta wait until I die to stop playing. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh shit. Like I just, I gotta find another grace. Like maybe just let me
Yeah,
find one
it's
more grace.
so
I'll get there, and then
exactly.
I'll clock out. And then it's like, oh damn, but this thing is like right here. So
I
let me
got
go
10
check that
minutes.
out.
I can do it. I got 10
You know what?
minutes,
And
right?
then
Yeah.
I'll die, and then it's like, all right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Oh wait, I got 2 more minutes. All right, let me see if I can run out there again.
Well,
You
because
know?
it's because everything that you do from software has made it feel epic. So like when you walk into that boss room, right, and you see that boss and you slay it, you're like, oh, right. You just like you feel epic. It's presented like it's epic, and like you just it's a feeling that no other game really gives you.
Yeah.
That's unique to this game, and I hope we see developers try and duplicate the beauty that From Software has made here with open world games. And I hope that From Software continues to make their games open world because these
Yeah,
things
dude. I
are
don't want them to
incredible,
go back,
dude.
man.
I know, right? I don't want them to go back now.
Yeah.
It's just, oh man, I can't get enough of it. Even though the graphics are a little bit dry, it doesn't matter. It's such an
It
epic
hasn't
game.
bothered me not one bit. And
It
that
hasn't
and that
bothered me
shows
one
that
bit. Yeah.
it's not all about, like how much graphical output and stuff like that you can produce on these things and whatnot. Like if you can give me the 60 frames per second and you can make a great game, then that's all that really matters. I mean, we've seen it tons of times where we'll play, some of these sick, 8-bit games or whatever, you know what I mean? And spend mad time on these things, or some of these older looking games, like Nobody Saves the World, or
Mm-hmm.
Arkvale or something like that. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Like these are games that aren't not taxing your console whatsoever to play, but they're good games. So you
Absolutely.
spend tons of time playing them and
Archville
what.
was so much fun.
Yeah, Arkvale is dope. Yeah,
You
so
don't need great graphics. Yeah. If you have a great
Death's
game,
Door and stuff like that, like different takes of
yep,
artwork. And it's
absolutely.
not like it's like, ooh, this looks so real and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's not required a lot of times. I feel like if your game is lacking in quite a few areas, then the looks can pick it up. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
it's something to say when your game plays great and you can have subpar graphics or looking
And
like
people still think it's a
last year,
masterpiece.
and it's
Yeah, it's
97.
crazy.
Like
That's crazy. And it's 97.
it's 97. You know what I mean? So
And
it's,
we ain't joking. Like it ain't. Yeah, it's 97. Right. Like
yeah.
that's what it is, man.
I
Like
feel like it should be very close to 100 because the shit that
yeah,
the
it is
things that
very
is
close.
that you could have problems with could be fixed with an update or something like that at any given time. If they just decide, hey, we're gonna boost the graphics on here and we're just gonna send it out to everybody and they could just download the update. It's 20 gigs, but they're gonna love it.
Totally.
You know?
Here's a little meme, or I guess screenshot that someone made that's been going around the internet. This is what Elden
Yeah.
Ring would look like if Ubisoft developed it. You have your message of the day over here. You have your press X to interact. You have your big massive mini map with little question marks all over it. You
Right.
know, you have your main quest, side quest, 2 out of 10. You know, like it's just cluttered. You have like, what do you have? Like maybe like a little
Yeah.
4x4 screen here where you can
Yeah,
actually
it's
like see
so
the
much
world.
on the screen, but it's
Yeah.
crazy because sometimes I end up just pressing triangle just to see how much life I have. Like, am I about to die before I get into this shit? Let me hit triangle so I can see what my
See,
stats are.
I actually turned mine on, so my
Oh,
health is
okay. You
visible.
turned it so that it's always on.
Yeah, so it's always on. So this
Okay.
is always
All
on.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's
Nah.
how the old Souls games are. The old Souls games are that way.
Right.
So I
Right.
wanted it to be like the old Souls games. But yeah,
Yeah.
this isn't here though. This is junk. This ain't here. These
Yeah.
quest
No.
lines aren't here. This down here, your little action bar isn't here. None of this is none of this is here. So
Yeah.
all
To
you
give you all
have,
of your list of spells.
even if you
Nah.
turn on the
Definitely
UI,
not.
you have this little health bar up here, and you have a little
And then
orb
that right there on the
right
left
there.
side.
That's
Yeah.
it. So you
And
got.
then you'll have like stuff that's on the right up above the up and down pad with all your items at the
Oh,
bottom.
I will
Left, like
say
right up above it for that icon.
you're right. You're right. And I will say
That's
one
it.
other thing. I'll say one other thing that I think that Elden Ring could have done better was give you a little bit more idea of where something went when you pick it up. Like you pick up an item and you
Oh.
put it in your bag. You're like, damn, dude, where the heck is that item that I just picked up? Like it'd be
Yeah,
cool if it was
yeah.
just like highlighted, right? Maybe they just put like a little rim of highlight around it because it's new. So when you open
Or
your
to
bag,
give you like a little icon next to the name that lets you know what type of an item it is. Oh, this is a weapon equipment item, or this is
right.
a
They have
key
a little
item,
they
or
have a little
resource
icon,
item.
but yeah, if there was an actual wording like weapon, you're like, oh, dope, a weapon. Because yeah, it would be even more exciting, right? Like something drops, and you're like, dude, I don't even know what that thing is.
Yeah,
It's cool. That's something, but I don't know what that is. Like, yeah,
yeah.
if there was just something there to indicate, I think that would be those are easy, like you said, those are things you can fix with a patch. A little light glow around a new item, like that's really easy to fix. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or
Like,
just like the little notification that says like new next
yeah,
to the items in your
just
bag.
a little word that says just new. So like,
Yeah,
okay,
just
there it
let you
is.
know.
Now I know what it
Yeah,
is. Like something like that would all
right.
of a sudden fix that problem. Like something that
Mhm.
simple would fix that problem. So these things, the problems that are wrong with Elden Ring are like so tiny.
Yeah,
It's just
for
so
sure.
good.
I love you, me.